Welcome everyone to another Literalist reaction video. I'm Dave. With me as always my good buddy, music lover John Dow. John, as always, you've introduced me to some wonderful things. What do we got today?
Dave, we have a song, and I'm going to tell you the title of the song, and I bet you've probably heard of it,
Okay.
but maybe not,
Good.
because you're into D&D and fantasy and things like that. So, its title of the song is Squonk.
Squonk. Nope.
Squonk.
I'm not sure I fully know that one. I know there's isn't there like a Gonk or a Gronk? Isn't he a football player?
Well, there's a Gronk that's a football player, yes. And last I heard, retired, not retired, retired, not sort of retired, retired. Anyway, Squonk is a mythical creature that is reputed to live in the hemlock forests of northern Pennsylvania.
Woo! So it's a cryptid. I'm always down with a good cryptid. In
There
fact,
you go.
once again, so just so you guys all know, I have to sit at the table here in the rental we have in New Hampshire. There aren't like a lot of shelves to put things, so I just kind of have like my board game stuff and a lot of stuff on the table. So actually sitting right next to me is a 2-player version of the board game Cryptid. I swear this is not set up. I had no idea this was coming. I mean, I also have like 7 other games next to me. It's not like it's just that, but...
Right? Well, then now Cryptid, I guess, has a theme song, maybe. Let's check out the lyrics and see what you think.
All right, works for me. Here we go.
By Genesis.
It's not how I would have spelled squonk.
Curious how you would have spelled Squonk. That's the only way I would have spelled Squonk.
Aw. All right. This is a weird song, John.
Yes, it is.
I don't mean musically. Musically, I really enjoy this song. Was that flute in the beginning, or was it just a keyboard?
It was a keyboard, no doubt.
It sounded very flute-like to me, and I thought it complemented the intro extremely well. From a lyrical perspective, I don't know. For a hot second there, I was thinking about I don't know if you knew the old Nickelodeon television show Cat Dog. Probably,
Okay, don't know it.
I want to say it was like late 90s, maybe. Maybe even early 90s. There was this, it's a cat dog, and it's like a one creature. So the torso is one thing, and then one side was a dog head, and the other side was a cat head, and it was cat dog. And I always wonder how it went to the bathroom. But outside of that, the way that he described the thing, that it was alive on both ends, but dead in the middle, and all I could think was cat dog. That's not right, but so you think it's about this cryptid gonk. You think this is about a fictional creature? Because it seemed like it doesn't have to be. It's got a red rag hanging out of its mouth. It's not really a fish or flesh, or it's kind of a weird thing. I would assume the red rag is probably a long tongue, but I don't know, man. It's just
It
weird
was
so far.
alive at both ends, but dead in the middle.
Yeah, it's just weird, man. I don't know. I'm curious to see where it's going. So we're gonna keep it going. I always like a good shaker. That was different. I don't fully understand it. I think musically that song was fun. I mean, I would definitely listen to it again just for the music. All lyrics aside. Um,
Musically, it's one of my favorite
I
Genesis songs.
Man, I gotta say, once again, lots of different styles of sounds, all contained within one song. Always a bonus in my book. Got a shaker in there at the end, two different
Mhm.
kinds of shakers. Um, but from a musical perspective, you did have a couple of movements throughout the song. It wasn't all one straight, sound, but yet it was completely coherent. So great from that perspective for sure. Lyrically, I got the vibe that it was one of those like old school, depending on time period, storytelling songs where he's just kind of telling a story. Like it's the story is confusing but fascinating, and I have some ideas.
Okay.
I, I think the beginning is about so there's the story. If you take it at its base, is there's a person, a hunter, groups of hunters. They go out in the woods. They're looking for this mythical creature. They've heard stories of it, and clearly they can make a lot of money if they capture one, bring it back to society, and show it off. So they're out there, they're looking for it. It comes out at night, so that's when you want to go follow its trail. So they're out there tracking it at night, and they're doing everything they can to be wily and catch it. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to kill it. They want to catch it. So they're making the noises they think it makes. They're luring it out, the duck call of a weird gonk creature, if you will. And then, they lure it out, kick it into a sack, and now I got it. Haha, look, I got it. But the act of getting it means that they've destroyed it. This mythical beast can't be captured. It just falls into a puddle of tears and bubbles. I don't know why bubbles, but tears. The concept being you didn't capture it. All you've done is destroy a beautiful thing. I I think that is the core of what the song's story is saying. The meaning of the story, I'm pretty sure, I mean, in my opinion, can be gleaned from that core of maybe things are beautiful and meant to be left alone to live their beautiful lives. We don't always have to run into the woods and capture everything. And in fact, maybe part of what makes the beauty of a cryptid to me, your Bigfoots, your Yetis, your Chupacabras,
Super. Yeah.
the Loch Ness Monster, is that it's always a could be. And I think that the moment it's 100% real or it's been captured, kind of the fun of it is gone. Isn't a lot of the fun in the search, not in the finding out? Um, I I don't know. I that's kind of what I took from it. And at the same time, it's not most likely not real. So obviously, you come back with a wet bag and claim that you had it, and then it somehow escaped because no one
Right.
ever comes back with it. You come back with a wet bag and claim you had it.
There you go. You pretty much nailed it. As far as the potential subtext, yeah, I agree with you that that potential subtext is there, the moral of the story, if you will. Um, but according to the reading here, Squonk is based on the North American tale of the Squonk, which, when captured, dissolves into a pool of tears.
Oh, what a sad existence, but also maybe for the best. Like if you're gonna have all of your joy of running around in your home taken away, then maybe at least you don't have to continue living in captivity and solitude and sadness.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting song. I've never really known what they were singing about specifically. I didn't know a squonk was actually a mythical beast, and in fact, I've actually pulled up a sketch of one from a 1910 book called "Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods."
Oh man, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. A squonk, you say?
A squonk.
Man, what?
And the song itself had a main theme written by Mike Rutherford, the bass guitar and rhythm guitar player generally for the band, against a middle section written by Tony Banks, the keyboardist. And it was designed to kind of have a Led Zeppelin feel to it, believe it or not.
Huh?
And here's why. This was the first studio album. It was called Trick of the Tail. It was the first studio album without Peter Gabriel.
Okay.
And they interviewed people to take over lead singing job for Peter Gabriel, and they were having such a hard time. They had this song Squonk, and they said, "Phil, why don't you sing it?" So Phil Collins steps up and sing it. It was his audition to take over as singer.
Really?
Yeah, that song.
And so I assume Phil Collins stood up there back when he had hair, probably looked
Yeah.
a little like this, and he just started belting it out. That's a squonk.
Okay.
I pulled up a picture of a squonk.
That is a very detailed full color squonk.
Oh, it's even crying. It's so sad. That is fascinating, though. I can't imagine like your sort of tryouts then going on to being a good song. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're a great musician, you're a great musician.
Well, the whole album is great, and Phil always sang some fill-in, some harmony, some backup. Well, I don't know about always, but for a long time with Peter Gabriel. And his voice has a rather similar timbre to Peter Gabriel's voice, and he can force it to be even closer to it.
Well, I gotta say, this song was a lot of fun. Solid thumbs up. Would squonk again.
Awesome. And
I
we're
would give
definitely
this
gonna do
song.
more.
This song gets 4 out of 5 squonk tears.
Four out of 5 squonk.
And 1 squonk bubble.
Oh, man. Is that a multiplier?
I don't know. It's the dumbest rating system ever.
Okay, fair enough. But it's on the playlist. That's the only rating system that counts. I love me some Genesis. I've told you before, this song was one that I heard at JFK Stadium in August of 1982. And the music that you just heard is just some of the reason why I suddenly said I've got to own every album this band ever did.
I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it.
Good stuff. All right, folks, if you have other suggestions, leave them below. Leave your comments below. Tell us your squonk stories if you've ever been squonk hunting in the Pennsylvania forests. If not, maybe we should start a posse. I don't know. Leave your comments below, like, and do all that stuff. And Dave, I'll catch you on the flip side.
Squonk you later.